The Chicago Cubs won the World Series championship in 1907 and 1908 and became the first lead team to play in 3 consecutive World Series and the first team to win it twice. This year, the Cubs beat the Cleveland Indians 8-7. The Cub fans celebrated all over the world. I'm Dana Evans with CBN Student News. Today we're going to be talking about the World Series with Cub fans at Wirt-Emerson. So, Mr. Miller, how did you celebrate the huge victory?
You know what? It was crazy in my house. My wife and I are avid Cub fans. Well, I've been a Cub fan since I was a little boy. And my church that I grew up in, we used to go on trips. We have a church trip and they'll take us to the Cub game. So I came up as a little shorty, sitting in the bleachers and watching the Cubs, but never had a winner. So when I got married, my wife automatically took on to the Cubs too. So we've been waiting all these years, and then it happened. And so last night, sitting downstairs in my office, my wife came down, we watching the game. I was drinking a lot of pop and water. And I was on edge. I mean, they were winning at first, and then we thought we was about to close out the game with Chapman. He gives up the home run. Then we have a rain delay, a 17-minute rain delay. And I'm like, oh my God, this can't be happening. And then we scored twice, and then I just sat there. I couldn't say anything. But then the last pitch, ground ball to KB, Chris Bryant, he smiles when he picking it up. All this is going on real fast. I'm like, dude, you're in the middle of a game. You're not smiling. So he's smiling because he had this attitude like, we got you now. Threw over the first base, and it went crazy on the field, but it went crazy in my home too. It was a great feeling. My wife had bought me a steak I couldn't eat. I'm having the time of my life, and I don't even know why I have a cold right now. I'm sick, but I feel the best that I've ever felt in my life. So to tell you that we were celebrating to the highest of celebration is almost an understatement, Dana.
It's the best thing I've ever seen. I mean, I enjoyed it so much. It's a dream that my mother, who's passed it on to us. So every time I see a game, I think about her. I think this was the best.
So, what did you do to celebrate this huge victory?
Well, I work at JCP, my part-time job, so we all wore our shirts, our gear. We've been wearing it all month long. Yesterday, we had a party at my house, and we partied until it was time to go to bed, the game was so long, everybody just kind of passed out, but we had a good time.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Atkins.
You're very welcome.
I hope you enjoyed the segment covering the World Series at Wirt-Emerson High School. I'm Dana Evans here with CBN Student News. Have a good day.